My name is Aaliya, and for 16 years, I believed my marriage to Cameron was built on love, understanding, and sacrifice. Today was our daughter Amina's graduation, her lifelong dream. Our shared pride. The ceremony hall buzzed with excitement as families cheered. Amina, dressed in her maroon gown, waved at us from afar. I held back tears of joy, but the happiness I felt was crushed in seconds. As soon as Amina turned her back, Cameron leaned toward me with a cold expression I had never seen before. His next words shattered my world in silence. "Aaliya, I'm leaving you." My breath caught. "Not here. Not today," I whispered. But he continued without hesitation. "I've been unhappy for years. I'm done pretending." My ears rang. Amina walked back toward us, but Cameron stepped away as if he didn't want to be seen beside me. The humiliation burned through my chest. I forced a smile for my daughter, hiding the earthquake inside me. When she hugged me, Cameron pretended everything was normal. I stood there, heartbroken, but determined. If he wanted to embarrass me publicly, he had no idea what storm I could unleash. At home, the truth spilled out. Cameron wasn't just leaving, he was moving in with a woman named Zara, someone from his office. He'd been cheating for 2 years. He handed me divorce papers like I was some unwanted parcel. "You'll be fine. Just sign and don't make this messy," he said. Messy. At home, the truth spilled out. Cameron wasn't just leaving, he was moving in with a woman named Zara, someone from his office. He'd been cheating for 2 years. He handed me divorce papers like I was some unwanted parcel. "You'll be fine. Just sign and don't make this messy," he said. Messy. He had no idea who I was. For 16 years, I supported his every dream, worked nights, raised our daughter, and built our home. And now he wanted to walk away with everything? I felt pain, but behind it, something stronger began to rise. Revenge. Didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't even cry. Instead, I studied the documents carefully while he packed his clothes. He had clearly planned everything, selling his business shares, transferring money, even moving furniture. But as he packed, he made a mistake. He left his laptop open. And when he went to shower, I walked toward it like gravity was pulling me. One file caught my eye. Zara and K future plans. I clicked it. Inside were fraudulent transactions, company theft, and hidden accounts. My heartbreak transformed into power. Cameron wanted to ruin me. But he just handed me his destruction. I copied every document, email, and voice message. There was enough evidence to destroy his business career, his shiny reputation, even his freedom. But I waited. Revenge is never rushed. By night, he walked out with 2 suitcases and the confidence of a man who believed he had one. Amina cried. But I held her close. "We'll be okay," I whispered. Inside, I whispered something else. "He will regret this day." And the universe heard me. 2 days later, I visited his office quietly. I knew the security guard, the receptionist, even the cleaning staff. Years of kindness were now returning to me. They let me inside the conference room before anyone arrived. I placed a neat folder on the CEO's desk labeled, "Urgent, Evidence of Internal Fraud by Cameron Aaliya." Inside were bank transfers, proof of stolen client money, and recordings. I didn't need to add a single word. Truth speaks loudly. And when it screams, careers shatter. She called him, voice trembling with rage. Cameron's single quotes S world wasn't cracking, it was collapsing piece by piece. I wasn't done. Revenge wasn't about anger, it was about justice. And justice demands patience. A week later, Cameron called. His voice was shaky. "We need to talk." I agreed. We met in a small cafe acute. He looked stressed, sleepless. I lost my position. "They're investigating me." "Did you do something?" I stared at him, calm. "Cameron, you brought this on yourself. You want to ruin me," he hissed. I smiled softly. "Cameron, you brought this on yourself. You want to ruin me," he hissed. I smiled softly. "No. I want you to face the consequences you tried to dump on me." He slammed his fist on the table. People stared. I didn't flinch. Days turned into weeks. Cameron's accounts were frozen. His company put him on suspension. Zara threw him out. His relatives stopped taking his calls. He tried contacting Amina. She refused to speak to him. He had shattered the very family that once worshipped him. And now, the pieces cut only him. But I still wasn't done. Not yet. In Pakistan, property laws are tricky, but I knew them well. The house he thought he would keep, it was in my name. The land he secretly bought with stolen money, I filed a report. The luxury car he boasted about, it was purchased under marital assets, meaning the court could seize it. Every step of his betrayal had a legal weakness. I simply pressed gently. His entire world crumbled. One evening, Cameron arrived at my door, shouting, "You ruined my life. You evil woman." I opened the door slowly. Aaliya, please, help me fix this, he pleaded. I looked into the eyes of the man who once declared love, then threw me away like trash. You left me on our daughter's graduation day, I said. You thought I would simply break. He dropped to his knees. Aaliya, I made a mistake. Yes, I replied. And mistakes have consequences. He tried to threaten me. This was his final mistake. The police arrived minutes later, not for me, but for him. His fraud investigation had escalated. They handcuffed him right outside our home. As neighbors peered from balconies, he screamed, "Aaliya, stop them. Tell them something." I folded my arms. You wanted freedom. Cameron, enjoy it. The officers dragged him away. His screams echoed down the street. The next morning, social media exploded. News channels reported, "Businessman arrested for corporate theft." Photos of him being handcuffed circulated everywhere. Comments flooded in shock, disbelief, mockery. His shame was public. And yet, I felt no joy. I felt peace. He had taken my dignity in front of hundreds at our daughter's graduation. Now the world watched him fall. Balance restored. Amina hugged me that night. Mom, you're the strongest woman I know. Her words healed wounds I didn't know were still open. We sat together, watching a movie, eating ice cream. For the first time in weeks, I felt the softness of life returning. Revenge wasn't the purpose. Protection was. Peace was. And now peace belonged to us. Months passed. Cameron was out on bail. Jobless, reputation destroyed. One day, he came again. This time, not to shout, but to apologize. I lost everything, he whispered. I looked at him, calm, almost detached. You didn't lose it, I replied. You threw it away. He lowered his eyes. I understand if you hate me. I don't, I said. Hatred requires energy. I'm too busy rebuilding my life. He nodded, defeated. I invested my savings into a small business, an online clothing boutique. Within months, it started growing. Amina helped with photography, designs, and social media. Together, we became a team. Every order that came in felt like a step away from my painful past and a step closer to the future. I deserved. One night, Amina said, "Mom, Dad leaving was painful, but maybe it pushed us to grow stronger." I smiled. Yes. Sometimes loss clears space for blessings. Meanwhile, Cameron's final hearing approached. He begged me to testify for him to claim he wasn't involved in the fraud, but I couldn't lie. And I wouldn't protect a man who never protected his family. I told the truth. The court made its judgment. He would repay the stolen money, lose his position permanently, and remain under financial monitoring. Not jail, but a lifetime of debt. A fitting punishment. 2 years later, my boutique became a physical store. The grand opening was emotional. Friends, family, and customers filled the place. Amina, now studying business, gave a speech. My mother turned pain into power. She taught me that strength isn't loud, it's steady. People applauded. I wiped tears discreetly. My journey wasn't about revenge anymore. It had become a story of rebirth. Cameron attended the opening quietly, standing in the back. He looked smaller, older, diminished. After the event, he approached me. "I'm proud of you," he said softly. I nodded. "I hope you find peace too." He smiled weakly. "I wish I had valued what I had when I had it." I didn't reply. Some lessons must remain silent. One evening, Amina showed me an old photo of all three of us. "Do you miss him?" she asked. I stared at the picture for a long moment. I miss who I believed he was, I said, but not who he turned out to be. Amina nodded. Understanding more than her years. We placed the picture back, not in anger, not in sorrow, but as a reminder of a closed chapter. Our life stabilized beautifully. We traveled, explored new cities, took weekend trips, laughed more, lived more. Healing came quietly, like morning sunlight creeping through curtains. I learned to love myself again, to see the woman I had forgotten. And as time moved forward, I realized something profound. The best revenge is not destruction. It is rising. One afternoon, while organizing old files, I found the divorce papers. Unsigned. Unneeded. Cameron had lost interest in pushing for it, too busy rebuilding his ruined finances. I smiled faintly and finally signed them. A quiet full stop. I mailed them without ceremony. The end of a chapter I had once feared losing. But now it felt like freedom. A year later, Cameron remarried to someone older, quiet, and kind. He seemed calmer. Life had humbled him. We met occasionally during Amina's events, exchanging polite words. Once, he said, "Aaliya, I hope you'll forgive me someday." I looked at him gently. "I forgave you long ago." His eyes watered. Double quotes. Thank you. Forgiveness wasn't for him. It was for me. As Amina entered university, our bond grew deeper. She would often say, "Mom, you inspire me." I laughed softly. "I was just surviving." "No," she would insist, "you were transforming." Her words stayed with me. I wasn't just a woman abandoned at a graduation ceremony. I had risen from betrayal like a phoenix rising from ash. People often asked my secret. "How did you stay so strong?" I would smile. "Strength doesn't mean not breaking. It means rebuilding after you break. Double quotes. And that became my truth. My story. My legacy. My boutique expanded into 3 branches. Amina handled marketing like a pro. Together, we built an empire from dust. Sometimes I stood inside the store, watching customers browse, and whispered gratitude to the universe. My suffering hadn't destroyed me. It had shaped me. One night, I dreamed of that graduation day again. Cameron telling me he was leaving. But this time, in the dream, I didn't cry. I simply walked away. When I woke up, I realized the dream was right. I didn't need his apology. I didn't need closure. I had created my own. Years later, Amina graduated from university. As she walked the stage, I felt a surge of pride that washed away every painful memory. This time, no one abandoned me. No one shattered my heart. I stood strong, smiling, clapping for my daughter. The same ceremony that once ended my marriage now marked the triumph of my life. After the ceremony, Amina hugged me tightly. Double quotes. "For all your sacrifices, thank you." I whispered back, for giving me a reason to keep going. We stood there under the warm sky, 2 women who had survived storms and built a fortress out of love. If you ask me what my revenge truly was, it wasn't destroying Cameron. It wasn't exposing him. It wasn't watching him collapse. My real revenge was becoming untouchable. Unbreakable. Independent and peaceful. The day he left me, he thought he was walking toward happiness. But he walked away from the strongest woman he ever knew. And I became the woman I was always meant to be. That was my revenge.